That was awesome. Heart about jumped out of my chest both times. That was worth getting wet for. This week we are in the Gunnison National Forest. I think it's about an hour or so north of San Juan. Got here 2 nights ago. First night, of course, just like any new area, it was raining on and off all night. Same thing with yesterday. But we are surrounded by all these awesome, tall, jagged mountains and cliff sides that I like to photograph. And today we are going on another overnight, hopefully maybe 2-night backpacking trip. The road we're on, they have it blocked off, which would really been nice to be able to drive up here. But I guess further up, the road got washed out, so they got it blocked off. And I ran into an older couple yesterday that come up here every year from southern New Mexico and do hiking and backpacking. And they did 9 miles out, 9 miles back on this road yesterday. And they're a lot older than I was. And I was like, you got a lot more energy than I do. But they said about 5 miles out, supposed to have some nice views over the valley and hopefully these mountains and cliff sides. So that's what we're doing today. Got our backpack on, all set up to go at least 2 nights, and just kind of winging it today. I have no idea what I'm going to run into, and may just set up camp so far out and just grab the bag and camera gear and just pretty much go day hiking to see what we come up with, and come back, camp, and kind of do over day hike tomorrow. We're just gonna hike until I don't want to hike anymore, and hike until we found a really nice spot to set up, and kind of go from there. Like I said, just winging it today. Have no idea what I'm going to run into, so let's carry on and see what we see. All right, here's something I really don't photograph a whole lot, especially lately in the last 2 or 3 weeks. The colors finally starting to come out, so I haven't really had a chance to even have a chance to photograph these because there hasn't really been a whole lot. But a lot of my photography is usually in areas like this, some mountains and just big landscapes, maybe some trees in the fog and all that. And I figured today it's cloudy and overcast, which is diffusing the light real nicely on all the plants and trees. And so we come across this big group of purple flowers. Don't know what kind they are, so if anybody does, put in the comments. I'd like to know. I'm gonna have to get a book of plant life because I'm not very good trees and all that. Even as a landscape photographer, you think I should know the different plants. So right now, what I got framed up, I've been moving around a lot because my 70 to 300 actually has a macro feature, but it's only between 200 and 300 mil, which forces me to be further away. But right now I'm all the way at 195 and getting real close. I have to be this far away because I'll see it 200-300 if I'm too close. I can't focus. What I got is I got this, there's a middle flower here all by itself. It's got a nice green background, and in the upper right there's another flower that peeks into the upper right part of the frame, but it just adds, it's real soft blurred, so it just adds some color, other color to the photographs besides just that one flower. A little bit ago I was framed up on this one here and had these two in the background, so it was threes and almost like a triangular shape, which is pleasing the eye. But with it zoomed in, that purple in the back, those two flowers were real blurred, and that front one just got lost, and it was kind of hard to pull it out separately. So I moved over to this other one, that way all green background stands out by itself. So I got the whole flower, pretty much fills the whole frame with some of the green leaves at the bottom. So also, breeze keeps coming in and out. In order to compensate for that and get rid of any motion blur, now the sun's brightened up a little bit. I'll have to wait for some of the shade. Already grabbed a couple shots, but put the ISO up to 640. F11, shooting F11 because being zoomed in to almost 300, the depth of field gets a lot shallower. So even from those front petals to the back, you're only talking a quarter inch or so. Even at F11, those back ones will start getting a little soft. So that's why I'm still shooting F11. Like I wasn't planning on it, but you know, I always shoot F11, and here I am shooting F11. But with that, I can get up to 200th of a second, which is fast enough, even with the small breeze that comes through, to freeze it so we got no motion blur. I'm gonna grab a couple of shots of that one and come back, go around and kind of recompose and try to get a nice tight shot of the petals themselves. So get a real close up macro shot. All right, we didn't move too far from where we were. Being not a true macro lens, can't get real close, but we're getting close enough where I can isolate some of the petals. With that sun got a little, it keeps peeking in and out, but it's actually casting a little bit more light on the leaves in the back, which kind of helps separating the flower I'm shooting. And there's a petal right in the front. All the other ones have white and purple, and real light purple. This one's got the light purple and it's kind of curving to the front and with the darker purple. So I got that main focus. I'm shooting it. I already took a couple shots. F9, what was I at? So at 400 ISO, still able to shoot 160 of a second. Now I can go faster because that light's going a little bit quicker. So I want an F9, so my main focus is that one petal, and it'll kind of, and being zoomed in all the way at 300, it's really softening the rest of them, shallowing that depth of field. I took it already, but I'm gonna take another one because that sun was kept coming in and out. I'm gonna take it up to F16 and try to get a little bit more detail of the rest of the petals behind it. But being zoomed in again, the background's still real nice soft green separating that flower. And I got it centered or positioned or composed just right of center slightly. And it's pretty much filling the frame with just some of the green around the back side edges. I'm gonna take a couple more of that single petal and crank it up to F16 and 160th of a second roughly. It'll probably fluctuate. And after that, we'll go ahead and pack up, head up on the road and see what else we come across.
Life ain't what it seems. There's still a part of me that's trying. Come lay on my chest. You can find a little rest from hiding. Don't let this go. Don't let it fall away. Don't worry, we'll take it slow. Just don't let go. Don't let go. Daydreams falling like
Well, this is not how they was supposed to go. I saw the weather yesterday. We had actually drove somewhere where there was service, and it was supposed to be like cloudy in the morning and all that. No rain, no thunderstorms, but then kind of start clearing up towards the afternoon. But apparently, it changed its mind and is working backwards. It was nice this morning, and now we got rain and thunderstorms. So we kind of about 4.5 miles, and good time to stop. I haven't eaten anything since this morning. It's 3:30, so yeah, Pine Forest probably ain't the greatest to get out of a storm. There's thunder over there, but it's better than sitting up in a big open meadow. So, and we got some rain coverage here in case it rains a little harder. But we're gonna take this time, grab something to eat, and just relax some and see what that weather does. If it lasts longer than an hour or two, then probably just set up here, because that one couple said this road's like 9 miles to the end, so we're about halfway there. So we set up here, it's a nice little area, and then tomorrow we can just empty the bag and take our camera gear alone and keep on going, see what we can see. I just haven't seen anything that really jumps out at me, but that might change later on or tomorrow. So we'll grab something to eat and wait out this weather and see what it does. Good thing we didn't continue on just as I got everything set up. I started getting hailed on. I don't know if it's still hailing or just raining now. I think it's a little bit of both. Mainly rain now. I don't know what it is with me and rain and storms just follow me this whole trip. So wait it out and what we can do. The weather finally cleared up. For some reason, I'm really chilly, probably because of the damp weather. But anyway, my tent set up there. I got all my stuff gathered, had my everything put on, plan on walking up this hill. I'll talk about that in a minute. But as I was walking out here, right over there, that wood line coming across that open field over there, were 2 deer. And right now, right up there is 3 elk. 2 further out, and one looks like it's coming. Well, it's going that way now. So the wildlife are coming out. When I was setting my tent up, or shortly after, there was a elk up there. There's 2 more. 3. So right now, 2 of them behind it. So right now, up in that area, there's 5 elk. But back to this, coming out of that wood line, coming this way, was 2 deer. One was like a small buck, real small buck, and the other one, I think it was a doe. So as I saw them coming this way, they're still a couple hundred yards away. So I slowly Dropped my bag back there by the tent. Harvey just laid there the whole time. Grabbed the camera, threw it on shutter priority, and knelt down behind that tree, right beside that tree, and they came walking all the way right here, not even 40 feet away. I got some nice images. The way I was knelt down though, my foot was getting really, really uncomfortable, and he's standing right here, just on the other side of that small bush, and I had to slowly adjust, and I did. He hissed at me. He's like, took off running. But as they're running across here, they're leaping. I think I got some good shots. I won't know if it's 100% focused, but I'm really excited to get those on the computer. Since I've been out here, I've yet to get any really good wildlife. What we're gonna do is, instead of hiking the road, because that just seems to stay real low, and then going through those pines down there, and since I've been seeing a lot of wildlife so far in the last 15 minutes, we're gonna hike up. I'm gonna go ahead and hike up that hill up there, and while I do, might see a shot of those trees I like. So if I get some good shots tonight, I may just go down back to the truck tomorrow. I don't know yet, but this is turning out to be awesome already. So wildlife's coming out. I'm not the only one out here. Maybe we'll catch a bear running across the meadow. I don't know. That'd be cool. So, all right, I'll get all my stuff gathered back up and head on out there. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. So we got those 3 elk up there, and way, 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 way out there. I'll try to zoom in again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elk way off in distance on that hill. So all together, we got 11 elk right here within eye. This is gonna be a good night, I think. I may just post up on the hill and just maybe possibly get some photographs of elk. Maybe I'll go up that hill. I don't know. We'll see. This is exciting. So we'll be back. I just crossed the road. Don't know. Just been on. Don't know. Right up there, where those 3 were. There's only 2 now. Come across the road, and I'll try to zoom in again. I'm a little bit closer, but after I got off a few minutes ago, where I said there was 8, when I zoomed in with the camera, I actually counted 11 or 12, a whole herd. And right now, those 2, I'm just afraid if I walk up this way, they run that way and scare that whole herd. I don't know what to do. I think, it's been a while since I tracked anything, so I think we're just gonna go ahead, possibly slowly. We're gonna walk around here. There's a couple hills between us and them. They're kind of moving that way towards that herd, so maybe we can make our way around that hill. So we'll go ahead and do that, and hopefully maybe we can get at least one shot of an elk. So, and Harvey's been pretty decent that whole time with those, like I said, with those deer. He just laid there. So, all right, let's try it out. walking up here behind this hill to go to this other two. I stopped and I turned around. This elk slowly walking this way. So I'm trying to grab a couple. Alright, made it up to the top of that hill where those two were. Time I got over top of that hill where I was hiding, they were gone. But right down this open field, I'm not going to be able to get close. Maybe if I made my way down this hill, up that, but the lights are even starting to rain now. There's a nice light over there. Yeah, I think it might just be too dark. Time to get down there. Sunset's another 30 minutes, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 down there. I'm just not going to be able to get close, even with, also be a 300 mil. You still got to be close to get a nice shot. But I'm not going to push them because this is a national forest, so there are hunters here. I don't know how Colorado is with elk hunting, so I'm assuming they get hunted. So it's not like a national park where they just walk up the cars. They get pretty sketchy. So definitely, I would like to be up here and set up before the evening another night. So maybe tomorrow night, I'll probably just stay here again, and tomorrow night make my way up here. This wouldn't be a bad spot just to perch up at and see if we can catch them coming in. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there is 12 or 13 now. So, or who knows? Maybe I'll just make my way down there. But again, this is awesome. I wasn't expecting to see this many. So, I think, man, it's starting to rain. I don't really see a shot that way. That valley over there is lighting up really nice, but this is not really anything of interest. So we're gonna go ahead and try to make our way down there and see what happens. I'll be back. Oh, there we go. He is called out. They stopped. They're calling out. I don't like it. It's getting a lot darker. There they go. I'm not gonna get any closer now. That was awesome. So worth getting wet. And I think I'm gonna take some already wet. Got some moody, misty photos possible, and they stopped again. I'm gonna let them go because I got nowhere to hide. The closer I get, they'll just be running away from me. They keep calling out. But how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 that I can see. There might be a couple hidden, but when I was over there were 17 of them. But that was worth getting wet for. Don't know. They're not going to be the best elk wildlife photos ever. Like I said, I was just trying to sneak up on them. If I would have had my 7D, which is a crop sensor, that 300 would become about a 450-ish. So I would have got a little bit more range on them. But I'm not equipped for wildlife. But like I said, I may just set up out here either in the morning or maybe tomorrow evening. But right now, there's really cool foggy, misty type photos to be had. So we'll set up for a couple of those, see what we can come up with. I didn't get anything. I'm just getting wet. And they're there. I mean, they've been hanging out the whole time. They're just running across. And just as I was packing up right here, just over this little hill, like 50 yards away, I turned and there's 2 elk just staring at me. And I'd already put my camera away. So I don't know how all this, I know last week's video was long, and this video just took a whole completely different turn. Wasn't expected doing any type of wildlife. It's raining on and off. That looked, I already packed up. I didn't really come prepared. My pants are soaked. I should have I wasn't expecting doing this. I wasn't expecting to be tracking stalking elk through all this tall wet grass. So we're gonna make our way back down. I gathered some dry wood earlier, so maybe we can make ourselves a fire, dry off, get this camera gear spread out inside the tent, let it dry out. That 7300 is not the most weather resistant or weather sealed. So again, awesome evening. The deer shots, I think I got a couple good shots of those. Elks, I'll probably crop in. Like I said, first time ever seeing an elk in wild, first time ever photographing one. It's just awesome. They just started getting a little worried because they kept calling out and they kept coming closer and closer. And I recounted them. There's 18 or 17, and then those ones came over the hill, and then behind those 2 was another one further in the distance. There was a total of 20 elk up there. Tracks went all through the place. Over that hill over there, there's a big water hole. Looks like they go there to drink. So definitely probably stay tomorrow night. So tomorrow evening. So I'm not gonna worry about getting up super early. And come out tomorrow evening and set up and see if we can't get out before they get out. So again, don't know how I'm gonna edit this. If this is the end of it and I make a second video, don't stop watching if there's more time after this. But if there's not, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the few photographs I did take. And as usual, please like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps my channel, gets my videos out there more for more people to see. But as usual, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully you get some elk. And as always, we'll see you at the top. Check this out. I've already walked right on top of 2. Scared the crap out of me. Watch this. Boom. And here's another one. Boom. Walking through this grass, literally walked a foot and a half from 2 of them. Heart about jumped out of my chest both times.